here in the theater, about to see Star Wars. There's my cousin Aaron. Karen. Say hi. Here's friends. Here's my family. So yeah, I'll let you know what you think. Star Wars. We just got out of Star Wars. There's my cousin Aaron. Did you like it? Thumbs up, thumbs down. Thumbs up. Hi, and thumbs up, thumbs down.
Very unhappy with one of the events.
So yeah, I'll probably talk more later or something like that. Let you know my thoughts. So wait, we're gonna talk to my dad real quick too. Hi, it's videos. What did you think, Daddy?
Like man, lot of action.
I was like in tears for half the movie just because of nostalgia.
Yeah, they did bring back a lot of you know, nods to like there's this. I like the locations. You know, there's a desert planet. There was a foresty area, urban area,
good scene,
snow.
Good scene. Yeah, good scene. Good scene.
Do you want to drive, Am? Do you need to take the car? What did you think of the new Star Wars? Thumbs up. Hey, Clark, tell me what you think about the new Star Wars. Did you like it?
Yeah, it was like at the end, there were a guy that was Darth Vader's son.
What do you think it is?
And Rey gives the lightsaber to the guy at the end.
Yeah, I saw that too.
My favorite funny part was Rey said, "Drop your weapon," and the stormtrooper was like, "I would drop my weapon."
Oh yeah, when she's all tied up in that machine, right?
Yeah.
Okay, this is my cousin Arnold. What did you think of the new Star Wars?
I thought it was great.
You actually went to the premiere.
Oh yeah.
Was people crazy and all that?
Oh yeah. I tried to save 5 seats. And it was bad.
Yeah. You have a favorite part in the movie?
Probably when Han was on the bridge. No spoilers.
Yeah, on the bridge. That was a really intense scene.
No,
you can't open the presents yet.
Okay, guess what it is though. This was opening night, and then they that was just on the screen before while we were waiting. And then on the seats they had these little kind of like lanyards and kind of like ID passes. You slip your ticket in there, and it's kind of so you can take home with you.
Oh, cool. So you go to the premiere, you get some souvenirs. What did you like of the new Star Wars?
I don't watch it.
He didn't see it. So we're celebrating Christmas right now. More thoughts later. Bye. Hello everyone. Thank you for tuning in. My name is David A. Kwa and welcome to my YouTube channel. So I've seen it. I've seen Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens, directed by J.J. Abrams and starring Daisy Ridley and John Boyega. As you can see here, I am a Star Wars fan. I'm going to do my review of the new Star Wars movie today. Here, let's take a look at some of the stuff I got. I got like the VHS releases through the years, books, DVDs. Over here we got toys out the wazoo. Star Wars gloves, Star Wars earbuds, like crazy, right? Posters. Action figures, like I got Unpunched, Darth Vader, Vintage Collection figure, Jedi, we got, let's see, Troopers, we got like the Sith Lords and stuff like that, okay, Bounty Hunters, Boba Fett, Vintage Collection, we got magazines, we got video games, we got puppets and lightsabers behind me right here. Pretty good stuff, right? Pretty good collection of Star Wars memorabilia right there. Merchandise. So, I'm going to do my review of the movie, but here's the thing. There hasn't been anything that has not been said already. There's been tons of other videos, people talking about Star Wars already. Okay, I really have nothing, different from what they have to say, okay? What's been said, what I have to say has already been said by someone else already. Here's what I'm going to do. I made a video a couple weeks ago, right? I was like, here's what I think is going to happen. Here's my speculations, what's going to happen in the movie and stuff like that. I said, ask some questions. In this video, I'm going to answer the questions I asked in that video, okay? So if you haven't seen it, but like before the movie came out, I made a video about what I think was going to happen. If I said something wrong, if I had any questions, if it's something different from what I speculated, I'm going to answer in this video, okay? So, let's just go ahead and get started. The first thing I have to say, 50 minutes into that other video, I said Yoda probably has an illegitimate child or whatever. Nope. Yoda does not have a kid. There's no mention of Yoda or whatever. Okay, Yoda does not have a child in this video. He's not like the grandfather of some character or whatever. so that's something I should mention. No one touched the Darth Vader helmet and then saw a flashback. Although there was something like that in the movie, but there was no flashback to Darth Vader when he was like just starting out as a Sith Lord. And then Kylo Ren was like, okay, I got a vision. Darth Vader did this when he first started, so I'm going to do it too. You know, there was nothing like that. History was repeating itself. Whatever Darth Vader did in the past, in the present, Kylo Ren was doing the same thing. There was no flashback scene of that, okay? Han Solo did die, but he did not sacrifice himself. You know, his death kind of came as unexpected. People were Daisy Ridley, Rey and Finn were not in danger, okay? And then he just jumped in the line of, he just took a bullet for him or anything like that. There was nothing like that. There was no, huge heroic act like that, okay? To save someone's life, he gave his own life or anything like that. He just he was walking through the bridge, talking to Kylo Ren, and then we knew it was coming, you know, we felt it. It was like, oh my gosh, here it comes. And when it happened, everyone was crying and screaming and stuff like that. But I thought that he was going to take a bullet for someone. Well, he did take a lightsaber to the chest, but I thought he was going to save someone in the process, but it didn't really happen. Okay, he didn't do some final epic heroic act, and now someone's indebted to him because he gave his life. There was nothing like that. Okay, but he did help blow up the place, set the charges and whatever. Next thing I said right here. In the last video, people were speculating, and there were some people were thinking that maybe Luke Skywalker turned to the dark side. He was not on the main movie poster. People were like, well, yeah, he is, because Kylo Ren, that's Luke Skywalker. No, Luke Skywalker and Kylo Ren are two different people, okay? So, there was no, Luke Skywalker turned to the dark side, and he is Kylo Ren and stuff like that. History is repeating itself again, and the son becomes the dark side just like the father. No. There was nothing like that, but he didn't say anything. Luke Skywalker didn't say a single word in the entire movie, so no wonder he's not on the poster, because he didn't have any lines, okay? And specifically, I was looking for that. Remember in the teaser trailer, he was like, you have that power too? There was there's nothing like that. It was all a tease, He also had no epic introduction, like I said in the other video. Like I said, he was going to present a new army of Jedi, and for the first time ever reveal that he's been training all these Jedi, and here they are, an army, and he's the leader of them. There was nothing like that, Apparently all the Jedi are dead again and stuff, and he went into hiding. He does have a beard, though. I was talking in that other video. He has a beard, he has a scar, something like that. You saw his robotic hand, okay? He didn't have the glove over or anything like that. But yeah, he looks just like the pictures. There was a picture leaked. It was a full body shot, of him in the robe. That's how he looked in the movie. All right. Maz Kanata, played by Lupita, what's her name? She is not a Jedi. Everyone's thinking. I was saying in the video that she possibly is another Jedi. Has been hiding also or whatever. No, she knows about the Force. She knows about the Jedi. Okay. She has some type of power, but from what I say, let's say she can sense something, but she's not an actual Jedi. Okay. We may see her again in the future. I actually like her character. She has big goggles. I hope they make an action figure of her. So I would like to buy that. One of the downsides for me is that Snoke character, who we only saw a hologram of, just like Darth Sidious in previous movies, and Palpatine. We only see, holograms before we saw him in the last movie in real life. But Snoke, I didn't think there was any physical characteristic that really stood out about him. He was just a bald, wrinkly dude, He kind of looked like a mix between Voldemort, the main bad guy from Harry Potter, and like some of those bad minion dudes that you fight in God of War, you know, the video game. He kind of looked like that. But I hope in the future he has some type of armor, maybe has a tail or something like that. I'm just waiting for something that's like specifically really stood out about him, because all I see right now is just a bald, wrinkly dude. He has a scar right here or something like that. But overall, there was nothing that really stood out about him physically. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no physical characteristic that really stood out about him. Rey, this character right here, she's awesome, man. Rey is but by the end of the movie, we still don't know who she is exactly. Maybe in the future, I'm pretty sure in the future they will answer that question. But right now, we still don't know her relationship to any other character, you know? We don't know if she's someone's daughter or sister or cousin or whatever. There's speculations, you know? Disney Infinity said a line or whatever. My cousin and my uncle were talking about that Kylo Ren said, "Hey, cousin," or something like that to Rey in the video game, but people were like mishearing it or something like that. So I don't really know, but as of right now, we don't 100% sure who she is. By the way, if you have a friend that's like, you know, not watching this movie because like, oh, Star Wars is for boys, what? Tell them no, that this movie has a lot of girl power in it. Okay, Rey especially, she's like a strong, independent female heroine. Okay. One of my favorite lines in the movie was like, "Let go of my hand. I know how to run by myself," and something like that. Okay, so yeah, there's a lot of girl power in this movie. Finn, this character right here, played by John Boyega, he is not Luke Skywalker's next apprentice. You know, he's not the new Jedi character. Apparently, it's more Rey than Finn. You know, in the trailers and all the advertisement, he was holding a lightsaber, and we all think that he's going to be the new Jedi, the new Luke Skywalker. But nope, he has like no connection to the Force. He doesn't have any Force powers or anything like that. He's good with weapons. He's very skilled warrior and stuff like that. But he's just a janitor that kind of got roped into this and everything, you know, because he had like moral values and whatever. But no, Finn is not going to be the new Jedi story. I mean, he could be, I guess, but he's going to be like, you know, the people like Han, Chewie, Lando, you know, Princess Leia, to the Luke Skywalker of the story, which is pretty much Rey in the movies. Okay, Captain Phasma, who I have an action figure of right here. We don't know much about her. There is no backstory. She didn't say a lot of lines. She just kind of was there just to turn off the shields to the new Death Star Killer base or whatever. There was no like, we didn't see any backstory. There was no battle either. We didn't see her like, you know, go like Jango Fett it out. You know what I mean? There was no mention of Lando. There was no mention of any non-canon expanding universe type stuff. Like, I thought that, okay, expanding universe is now non-canon, but at least they should mention it somehow. Like, Rey would be like, "You're Han Solo? Aren't you the guy who fought, you know, Prince Sizor and Admiral Thrawn and got the, you know, like, Dash Rendar came after, saved you and whatever, you know?" No, and then Han Solo would answer and be like, "No, those are just legends." And then people were like, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe they just mentioned the expanding universe." No, there's nothing like that in the movies. Okay. C-3PO's red arm, we were talking about that in the other video, had no huge significance whatsoever. It was kind of there for just being funny, you know, just to say a line. I'm glad the C-3PO's in it, though. BB-8. BB-8 was actually a really cool character. My cousin has a toy of BB-8 now, like a remote control BB-8. My favorite part in the movie with BB-8 is that he or it stuck out a little thumbs up, you know, like just open up one of the compartments, it was like thumbs up, okay, because Finn was like, "Oh, thank you for keeping my secret," or whatever, thumbs up, and then BB-8 just pulled out a thumbs up also. It was really funny. I love that scene. Things I did not see. R2-KT. You're probably wondering, like, who's that? Well, it's a pink R2-D2, which I read some articles that they're going to put R2-KT in movies. There was a girl that had cancer, and she died at like the age of like 7 or something, like, right? And in memory of her, they actually made a new character named R2-D2. It looks like R2-D2, but it's like pink, right? I was looking for that droid somewhere in the movie, but I couldn't find him. But I have only seen the movie once. But if you guys know where to find R2-KT in the movie, because they actually did mention that R2-KT will be showing up in The Force Awakens, I did not see the droid anywhere. Okay, so if you guys know where to find it, let me know which scene or whatever, and when I will see the movie again, which I will, I can point that out. But I did not see R2-KT. People were saying that, oh, the droid that was devoted to the little girl who died from cancer was going to be in the movie. I was looking for it, and I didn't see it, alright? There was no, like, memorial to Daniel, the guy, the fan who actually died from cancer also. He actually saw an uncut of a version of the movie before, like there was like a huge amount of CGI or anything like that. So I'm sure that whatever he saw was a really good representation of what the actual movie was. Okay, but yeah, there was nothing like that. But I didn't sit through the whole credits because I knew there was no end credits scene, so I didn't bother with that. But I didn't see anything like in memorial of Daniel, the guy who got cancer. He was like the first fan that saw the movie and whatever. There's nothing like that in there. Finally, the last thing I have to say right here is that the Kylo Ren character, the actor who played Kylo Ren, Adam Driver, I thought that he was going to be the David Prowse of this movie. Okay, and now if you don't know, David Prowse is actually the dude who was behind the mask of Darth Vader. He was inside the suit of Darth Vader during the original trilogy. Yes, James Earl Jones voices the character, but the person that was inside was David Prowse. And unfortunately, we don't actually see his face. You know, when they unmasked him in Return of the Jedi, it was like someone else. But I thought that was a bit, you know, Adam Prowse was just, he's just there for his movements, but no, he actually unmasked himself. You actually see his face. My sister was funny because my sister was saying that he has a big nose to be a child of Luke, of Han and Leia. You know, it's kind of funny because if you took Harrison Ford and Carrie Fisher and they had a kid, they can try whatever they want. They would never have Adam Driver. You know, it's like the result would not be Adam Driver. But yeah. That's all I have to say. I like the movie, and as you can see, my family liked the movie too. I went to see it with my parents, my cousin, my sister, and then my other family. They went to see it by themselves. It was great. It was a good time, okay? And we had a good Christmas. I hope you guys did too. And Happy New Year and all that stuff. I actually got this from my sister right here. This Kylo Ren lightsaber pack. Got that from my sister for Christmas present. She got me Big Bang Theory Season 8. I'm going to do a Christmas haul after this video, actually. I'm going to do a Christmas haul of all the stuff I got for Christmas. But this is one of the things I got, was this Kylo Ren lightsaber, right? And he went a mask, too. The mask does not fit me. So, here, let me show you. It's barely fitting my face. You can still see my cheeks and you can still see my hair and stuff like that if you would. But this mask does not fit. So anyway, thank you for watching, everyone. Rate, comment, favorite, and subscribe. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.